Hey there everybody, welcome to ModiMate's step-by-step tutorial series where we are working through a model from first clicks through to a finished state where it will export instant DWGs, renderings, and quantity estimates. In the last video, we put eaves on this roof, and in this video we will be hiding the roof by holding shift and clicking on all the planes and typing HI for hide and working on ceilings. This model has no ceilings in it right now and a series of walls that are 8'0" in height. The process of adding ceilings to this design is very straightforward. All you have to do is trace an edge that helps bound a closed planar loop of edges, and a plane will get completed in their place. You can close two roofs at once, or two ceilings at once, by tracing an edge they share. Two birds with one stone. So if I trace this, I close two rooms, this one room. If I close this, I believe I don't close any. We need to trace one single edge to create ceilings adjacent to them. And here we close these two closets. We can close the ceiling onto the pantry. We will close this space. We will close this great room / hallway and this garage. Everything is getting an 8-foot ceiling to start, and we'll see what we can do after that. All right. Then here we've got ourselves our walk-in closet and then the master bedroom. Okay. So in this design, there's a great room ceiling that I think we can find a way to bump it up an extra foot in the middle of the space. And the way that I think we'll do that is by connecting the tops of these two walls for the refrigerator wing wall and creating kind of a soffit space on this side of the ceiling. And likewise, if we want this ceiling to bump up by 1 foot, let's say, we will bump that here and make this be the portal through to the rest of the master suite. This space will be the risen area, and if we have a 4 to 12 slope back here, we want a 1 foot of rise. That means we're going to need 3 feet of extra ceiling space here. So let's go 3'6", just to be safe. We will come over here, and this area is able to be 1 foot higher if we so choose. Let's give it a look and see how it feels. I will delete this plane. This looks like it could be pretty nice. Having this soffit plane over here is going to be a bit of a hefty soffit, but I think it'll be okay because it helps kind of add transition space to the exterior. Okay. I'm riffing as I go because I didn't think about how high this cove ceiling should be. Okay, we're coming in, we're using a rectangle tool, and we're going to trace the perimeter of this cove ceiling the same way we did with walls. In this case, we don't have to go by every point the way that I did for walls. We can just come along and trace as continuous a shape as we can, as long of spans as possible. There are the cove wall, the cove walls themselves, and here's the cove ceiling. If I hide this sliding door, and we want to judge and see how the room looks and feels, is this a good thing for the design of the room, or is it not worth it? That's the question. We can also use this tool. We can widen our camera field of view to make it feel more like we are walking through the space. A human's eye is somewhere between 90 and 100 degrees of field of view, and when you're working on the interiors, 90 to 100 is a great dimension to use. When you're working on exteriors, it makes you feel kind of far away from the building, and it stops parallel lines from being so parallel. So it's nicer to work in more like 50 degrees as a field of view. But for interior design, 90 to 100 is a great fit. In this case, I kind of like this ceiling height. Let's leave it where it is, and it'll be an open question. We'll discover throughout the process whether or not we want to keep the cove ceiling. If we reveal the rest of the roof by unhiding the model, we will find that this roof is not in conflict with the cove. Everything looks hunky-dory there. If I hide this plane, it looks like it just clears it the way we intended. Instead of being 3 feet back, it's 3'6" back, which gives it just a smidgen of clearance to this plane. Excellent. All right. With that, we have added ceilings to every major space. We've also added an exceptional cove ceiling here to the great room. And we are ready now to move back into the building after I reset my field of view to 50 just for closing here. I might widen it again as we go back into the building. We will go in and start to model some millwork for the kitchen and the bathroom. See you there.